Happy to have you here with us for another edition of Summit League Spotlight. I'm Keenan Dixon. What a busy week it has already been. There's still so much more to happen in league play. We'll get to that in just a little bit. But first, let's talk about what went down at Summit League Basketball Media Day. All 18 teams converged on the Premier Center here in Sioux Falls, where the Summit League tournament will take place in just under 5 months, and they broke down their goals for the upcoming season. We learned that Grace Cave hasn't taken a week off since her Omaha side lost in the Summit League Championship game 7 months ago. She claims to have added skills to her already deep bag, but she won't reveal those secrets until the season starts. We learned that St. Thomas's Parker Bjorklund is the most interesting man in college hoops, and his movie script continues to be written. As he enters year 6 of college and year 4 of college hoops, Bjorklund's journey from the pickup courts to preseason first team All-Summit rightfully amazes people. The Tommies are poised for a big season ahead in their 3rd in Division I. Oral Roberts plans to somehow go faster with Isaac McBride leading the offense, while Emma Smith will pace a run-and-gun Denver team that hopes of using that mile-high elevation to their advantage. We also learned who the media and coaches think will win the Summit, so let's take a look at those preseason polls now. South Dakota State is picked first on the men's side despite their semifinal loss in the Summit League tournament to North Dakota State a season ago. The Jackrabbits returned several key players and added players to bolster their roster. They also have a Frost Arena environment which has built allure similar to Fog Allen Fieldhouse or Cameron Indoor, proving to be one of the hardest places in the country to play over the past decade. In women's hoops, it's also the Jackrabbits. Despite Maya Sellen's departure and season-ending injuries to Callie Tyson and Haley Timmer, there is optimism within the program that their years of success will continue. South Dakota State earned a 9 seed in the NCAA tournament, beating Southern Cal in overtime before losing to eventual Final Four team Virginia Tech. The Jacks are riding high going into the season, but anything can happen between now and March in what is expected to be a wide-open Summit. With that, let's look at the preseason players of the year. Zeke Mayo is expected to be one of the top players in the league this season and earn that respect from coaches and media when he was named preseason player of the year on the men's side. The South Dakota State junior guard has continued to evolve his game after a breakout season a year ago, averaging 18 and 6, including a 41-point clinic and a key win at home over North Dakota State. Mayo spent a portion of the offseason with NBA star Damian Lillard at his Formula Zero camp, working on more than just ball.
Honestly, I think I learned more about, things from the life aspect of things rather than basketball. I mean, we talked a little bit about, just the way that you approach, every day and, just getting better with everything that you do and building good habits rather than, starting bad ones. So, I kind of took, a lot of things about life with me more than I did basketball.
North Dakota's Casey Borovich heads back to Grand Forks with preseason player of the year honors after a dominant season that saw her finish as the nation's 14th leading scorer, averaging 21 points per game. The Fighting Hawks bowed out in the Summit League tournament quarterfinals to Omaha, and that has spurred motivation this offseason. Borovich heads to her 5th season with a goal in mind to win her first Summit League tournament game, and she has a plan that will help North Dakota win more than one.
As much as a success I've had individually, I think bringing my team with me, trying to get higher in the Summit League, just regular season, win more games, get more players on all team lists, bring other people with me, do what I can to just be a playmaker.
The new season begins November 6th with 17 Summit League teams in action. And we'll have full recaps and interviews from Media Day in the coming weeks right here on Summit League Network as we inch closer to tip-off. And as we prep for that season to begin, 4 others are wrapping up. Women's soccer is coming down to it as we sit just 2 weeks from the start of the league tournament. Teams continue to jockey for those top 2 host spots to earn byes into the semifinals at home. Denver remains in first after sweeping the South Dakota schools. The Pioneers remain unbeaten in league play while South Dakota State and Oral Roberts are tied at 9 points, 2 ahead of 4th place South Dakota. Denver swept Ticket Smarter Peak Performer honors with Caitlin Glover and Megan Prezich propelling the Pios to 2 wins last week. In men's soccer, the top 2 in the preseason polls remain those in those spots here in this portion of the season. Denver and Oral Roberts remain even on points, with their only points dropped coming in a 1-1 draw between the two. They'll meet again at the end of the month, shortly before teams converge on Tulsa to sort out who will earn the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament.
Isaac Nami.
Both peak performers of the week came from those two schools. Luis Flores from Oral Roberts continued his hot goal-scoring season with his third brace of the year in a 5-2 win over Omaha. Sophomore Isaac Nami finished off his 16th career clean sheet to lead Denver to victory behind his 6 highlight-worthy stops in their 1-0 win over Kansas City. In the Volleyball League season, we're still on the front 9, or 8 rather in golf terms. The standings look different, but with 5 weeks left in the season, there's still so much to be decided. Reigning champs South Dakota has had a rough go of it, and they sit in 4th after losses to Omaha and Kansas City. Omaha is in 1st after their tough non-conference schedule with 6 straight wins, including a 3-0 sweep over now 3rd place Denver last night, and now they're in control. Kansas City has 2 matches in hand and sit in 2nd place, currently holding the tiebreaker with Omaha after their league opening 5-set win. The cross-country championship in Brookings is just 2 weeks away. North Dakota State's women and South Dakota State's men's teams will be defending their championships from last year at Edgebrook Golf Course near the campus of South Dakota State. Find out all the information you need at thesummitleague.org/championships. We'll see you soon as championship season picks up, and you can watch all those games and races on Summit League Network.